When a customer purchases a battery online through the RAC website, we come along, we test the battery for the customer, and if the battery's faulty, we replace it. But as part of that purchase of the battery, we always also carry out a complimentary check. I'll start off by checking the tyres, and I'll talk you through what I'm doing. I turn the wheel to the right so I can see more visibility of the tyre. And what I'm going to check is, start off by checking the tyre tread depth. I'm going to put my tool along there. And as you can see, it's 6mm there on the centre. I'm also just going to check just on the side there. And that's 6. And that's 6. So when that tyre was brand new, that was 8mm. And now we're checking it there, it's 6mm. So it's got plenty of life left on this tyre. But it doesn't just stop there. We also do some further checks on this tyre. So it's going to have a quick visual check of the outside of the tyre. Just to make sure there's no nails or foreign objects in the tyre. Doesn't look too bad. Just going to have a quick check of the side wall of the tyre. Just make sure there's no cuts or any plies hanging out. And this side wall looks absolutely fine there. And this is where you get a little bit dirty because you have to check the inside of the tyre as well. I'm just going to have a quick check of the inside of the walls, what I can visually see. This tyre is in good condition, and I will just note that on the report. I'm about to do the same with the other 3 tyres. I'm going to check that they're all the same size and check the tread depths, write them on the report and talk them through to the customer afterwards. I'm going to check the tyre pressures, and on majority of cars now they've got a sticker where what the pressure of that particular car should be. On this car, it's on the door pillar itself, just there. On other cars, it could be in the fuel flap as well, sometimes in the glove box. If it's up to 2 people driving the car, it will be 32 all round. And it also states if this vehicle has got a load, it still stays the same at 32 all round. So I'm going to check these tyre pressures. You can check them when they're cold and either inflate them or deflate them. I'm just going to pop that on there and see what my gauge reads. As you can see, the gauge reads on this one 22. When we checked it on the door, it should be 32. You'll find 75% of cars on the road have underinflated tyres, which is affecting the safety of the car and also the fuel consumption of the car. Now, what I need to do is raise that up to 32. At the moment, he's on 22 there. I'm going to increase the pressure, and this tyre is cold, so it's okay to do it when it's cold, and increase that to 32. Spot on 32 there. So I'm just going to pull that out, and I will do the same for all 4 tyres and the spare as well. We'll also check the lights. Going to run through all the lights. I've got the customer sat in the vehicle. If you can pop your side lights on, please. You can see the side lights okay. And also just going to give it a quick wipe around the screen of the headlight itself. Brilliant. Okay, headlights. See both headlights are working fine. And just do your main beam as well, please. Okay, perfect. Front lights off. Just going to check the indicator, and you can see this is an orange bulb. Sometimes the bulbs, the coating around the bulbs can come off and the bulb can be quite white, which becomes an MOT failure. That one there is absolutely perfect. Also going to check the side indicator, that's absolutely fine. And the near side, please. Excellent. And just pop your hazards on as well there for me, please. Excellent. Okay, lights off. And whilst I'm here, can you just press the horn as well, please? Excellent. Just going to go around to the back. Okay, can you just... Side lights, excellent. And just going to check the 2 number plate lights. Yeah, they're working fine. Have a quick wipe over in the number plate. That lights. Okay, and brake lights, please. Got the 3 brake lights, got a high level one on the sides. Okay, and indicator, excellent, and the offside, excellent. And again, I can check both bulbs and they're not faded white. And reverse light, please. Got the one reverse light and the one fog light. So this car's all up together, all the lights work. Okay, I'm going to check the oil level. What's important regarding checking the oil level is make sure the car's on an even ground. Pull the dipstick out. Just going to wipe the dipstick away. Pop him back in. Put him back out. As you can see there, you've got the L for low and the F for full. And then on this particular occasion, this oil level is absolutely correct. So there's no need to top that one up. And then we've got the brake fluid reservoir level here. Just going to pull the cap off. You can see the fluid's up to the maximum there. And again, you've got a maximum mark and a minimum mark. Now, if we ever come out to a vehicle and the level's very low, that could mean a couple of things. It could mean the brake pads are getting a little bit low, and then I might advise the customer to get the brake pads checked. If it's below the minimum, I would then have a quick check around the back drums and the front calipers. It could possibly be a leak, so I'd bear that in mind as well. But both ways, if it is low, I would advise the customer and get them into the garage. Another one we also check is the washer bottle. So make sure there's screen washing there, and we top them up with water. On this particular one is right up to the top, so I'm happy with that. And the final one we're going to check is the coolant level. So always check this when it's cold, when it's not under pressure. This engine's cold, there's no pressure there. And I'm just going to turn the cap, keep my fingers on there, and pull him up slowly. Now there's a couple of things I do check when I'm doing this. When I first pull off the cap, I have a quick check of the seals around the cap itself. As you can see, this cap's in good condition. I'm also going to check the strength of the antifreeze. A couple of drops on the screen. I close that up and then I look into it. And what it says in there, it goes from 0 to -50. And this particular car, as long as they're not planning on driving to Russia, as long as it's going to -40, this vehicle will be absolutely fine, it won't freeze. So I'll just note that down on my job sheet. And you can see the colour of the antifreeze is a nice colour green as well. They're all different colours, but on this particular one it's green and it's a strong colour. So there's no problems with that antifreeze at all. We fitted a RAC battery because this is the car check. I've run through the test, but I will run through it again just to show you the charge and surge current on this car. We've got a base voltage of 12.6 volts, which is absolutely perfect. Just going to start the car up to make sure it's charging okay. And what we're looking for is to make sure that vehicle is charging around about 14 volts. And you can see as there's charging at 14.5 volts. So we've got plenty of voltage going into that battery, so it's being charged. As we can see, absolutely perfect. Okay, my last couple of tests. I'm going to check the wiper blades. Just going to lift them up, but I've got to be very careful when you lift them up that they don't come springing back onto the screen. Just going to just check them. Just going to run my hand up this blade. And as you can see here, this blade is faulty. So we need to replace that one there. And I'm just going to check this blade, pull them up slowly, keep a good grip of it. Just run the finger at the blade. That blade's better and it's newer, so I will recommend to the customer one new blade, which I do keep on board. Just going to check the performance of the wipers. You can see both washers are spraying onto the screen and they're quite evenly, both about halfway up. I'm just going to check the wipers. As you can see, this is the good wiper and it's clearing very good. And that right one is a faulty wiper and you can see the smearing on the screen. Just going to have a quick check to make sure there's no cracks in the screen. We've got 4 zones to the screen. You've got the A zone, we've got the B zone the C zone and we've got the D zone. But as you can see, there's no cracks in this screen. If there are any cracks, we'd use this little tool here, we'd measure a crack and then advise the customer. But the only problem we got with this particular wiper and screen is the wiper which needs to be replaced.